Hello, my friends. Amy with Campbell Creations, and today, woo, we've got a full mat. We've got a full mat. Today, we are making multi-strand bracelets that's fall inspired, and I've decided because I have designed so many fall inspired bracelets that I'm breaking it up into two videos. This video is the elegance version. So these are a little more elegant on the fall, flip side of it. And we're making 4 bracelets. They're all multi-strands. And I have so been wanting to get these made. I am so excited. We are using contents from Bargain Beadbox, Beadbox Bargains, from my stash, from Amazon, from Fire Mountain. We're kind of all over the place with where all of these items came from. We'll go over them a little bit more as I'm utilizing them, but I don't think I have ever had my bead mat look like this at the start of a recording. So anyways, I'll tell you more about that as we move along. But I'm loving the thought for all of these bracelets. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Okay, let's get into it. Let's just get into it. I'm going to start out with what's right here, just so I can also clear up this area. So this is going to be a double strand bracelet, and it is going to be on one of the strands. It's actually 2 strands for that one, and then a single one for the other. Now you'll see that I have the closures on this already, one of the side of the closures. And that's because I made this bracelet and I was recording, and things happened and I had to stop the recording. And so anyways, I went ahead and broke it apart. We're starting all fresh, and it was supposed to be this morning. Again, more into that here in a little bit, but let's get going. I'm ready to go. And there's definitely going to be some of my favorites in this, and I really can't wait for you guys to see them. So digging in, let's start with the double strand portion of this. I am using, let's see, Soft Flex Satin Silver color in fine. Okay, I have these strands cut to about 7 inches, and we're not going to be using all of those 7 inches, okay, because I kind of changed up what I'm going to do for the design, because our closure is going to involve a little bit of leather. So here's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to pop in with some of these little faceted babies. These I get from Hobby Lobby, and they come in all different colors, and I think they're going to be a real great pop in this side, in this strand. So what I'm wanting to start out with is I want one of those on each of these strands, just to kind of get us going, start us with a nice little pop. And I'm pretty sure this is the first time I am doing a recording using super duos. I've used super duos. It's been some time, and I don't know why it's been some time, but I was inspired by a bracelet that my friend Angela made for me using super duos, and I was like, I need to get those out. I need to be utilizing more of them in my life because they're happiness. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. And look at these super duos that I'm using. I got these from Amazon, and I just love this color. It is gorgeous. I am super excited about it, and it's perfect for this bracelet. So with these super duos, the first one I'm going to put on, I'm going to utilize both of these strands. Okay, and so I'm going to pop 1 strand in each of these holes. Bring that down, and then I'm going to do another one with them, but just 1 hole per strand. And then we're going to come in with 1 more, and we're going to come back to 1 strand in each of those holes. And I just love what this does. Super duos are so much fun, And I had also gotten from Fire Mountain, I got some double hold seed beads, is what they call them, like twin something. It's essentially the same thing as super duos. But look at what happens there. Isn't that just so cute? Just so cute. And I love opening it up with something that kind of brings in those strands up here at the top. I think that just looks really cute. And so I'm going to end it the same way. So I'm going to put one of these on each of those strands, just to kind of help bring us down into a single strand. Okay, and with the single strand in between these little guys here, I'm going to pull in these little spacers. I love these spacers. I love the kind of gold that's being utilized here. It's more of that Casey gold, like that 14 karat gold plated gold. And I'm using a little bit of also the light colored rose gold, because I think it kind of meshes really well with it. Kind of blends in as being one and the same, you know. And so what I'm wanting to do here is I'm going to pull these guys in, and they are going to be together on the same strand. And so we're going to do a series of 3 of these. And on the middle one, I want to bead cap it. And oh, I think I'll do a pop. I'll do these darker. These are the 4mm ones that I get from Amazon. 4mm, 4mm. Here, I'm going to do this bead cap facing away, just to snuggle up onto that center little disc. It's going to give me some spacing that I'm looking for in these, and also with me using that darker, it's going to give that little bit of a pop. So the mix that I'm doing on this bracelet is that kind of Casey gold color and antique bronze. And I'll tell you actually, hold on. The inspiration for this bracelet is all because of this little guy. I got this little guy from a Facebook Marketplace bead haul, and I got another one of him because, some time ago, it was on a Thunder Horse Descendant Claim It Live bead sale. They had those, and I was like, oh, I need, yes, and I'd already utilized them, you know. But he's my first guy, and he's the one I got from that bead haul. And I was going through my charms, and I was separating them out, and I realized that was still in there, and immediately was sparked. Just immediately was sparked. Lovely. So I'm going to just come right back into it, and I'm going to put one of these little spacer beads on each of the strands, just to kind of bring this again back out to a double strand. And I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do another one of these. So then we have these here. That's so cute, just so cute. Okay, I'm just going to do one more of these down here. So we're going to have all sorts of cool pops on this one. Okay, and then we'll just come right back in with those discs. Okay. And one more. So cute. So cute. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and put one of those as the spacing. I'm going to go ahead and, even though I'm bringing it into one, I'm going to go ahead and do these as a little bit of a spacer. I think it'll look really cute before a focal, because that's what's come up next, is just the focal. And for that focal, I'm going to do a double bead cap. Okay, so then I'm going to come in here with this Casey Gold color, that's the 4mm. Oh, actually, hold on. No, I'm not. I'm going to come in here with my 3mm. I only have two of these little guys. 3mm antique bronze. I don't only have two left, like, overall. I'd be crying the blues. But these I get from Fire Mountain, and they are still out of stock. The whole tariff situation has them delayed in getting things. And so, boo for us, and boo for them. Okay, so I'm going to double that up. And then we are going to put this beautiful, oh so beautiful focal bead on this guy. Love him. Love him. Look at that edging. So good. So we'll pop him on. And then we're just going to be doing this same thing on the other side. So I'm going to knock that out here real quick. These bright lights make it impossible for me to see that hole, because the hole looks like it's everywhere. Looks like it is everywhere. Okay, so let's bring these up. We're going to go back into our spacers. It looks like I'm one short. No. Oh no, I was not. Oh, Amy. So there's that. All right, let's pop these on. So we'll pop one of these on. We will put ourselves a little bead cap action as a spacer there for the center one. So this morning I was going to record this. I had everything laid out on my bead mat except for this one right here. Everything laid out on my bead mat. I was going to record at 6 a.m. this morning. Should have had, plenty of time to record, get it, uploaded to my Mac so I could start editing it on my lunch break and, get logged on to work on time at 8 a.m. Well, I had another kind of spark about 1, and I'm telling you, it felt like it had been 5 minutes. I look up the clock and it is 8:15. Yeah, it's time for me to, buck up and log on. So I didn't get this recorded this morning. I could not believe it. I took a picture of my bead mat, and our Facebook group, Campbell's Creators, I posted on there, and I told them, I was like, this is legit. It happens so often for me, and really, if I didn't play with my beads so much, I could have so many more recordings done. So many more recordings, but I love playing with my beads. And sometimes when I start playing with them, I mean, time just gets away from me. I have no idea. And then I'm out of time. I'm out of time. So since that happened this morning, that's why I need to break this up into 2 separate videos, because now I have these other designs that I've got to share with you guys that is fall inspired bracelets that I'm super excited about. And so I'm breaking it up into, you know, the elegant, and then those will be the rustic. So, you know, it works out okay. But I told myself that tonight I could not record my haul until I had this done, because I have had orders from Beadbox Bargains and was waiting on the order that delivered today to do that haul video. So it's going to be a big haul. It's 3 separate orders from Beadbox Bargains site. And so I'm going to record that right after this, but I can't do that until I record this one. So I tell you, it is so crazy how bead crazy I am. Come on, there you go. There you go, buddy. All right. And I am just bead crazy. But I woke up this morning and I had this idea for a fall bracelet, and I was like, oh, I just really want to, you know, try it out on my mat. I just want to try it out, even just partially try it out and see if it's going to work, if I like it, you know, because it seemed like it would be really cool. And it is really cool, I think, and I'm definitely going to utilize it. But yeah, then it ended up with 3 bracelets and now 2 recordings that needs to happen. It's fun though. It just really is. I love my beads. Goodness, I love my beads. And you know what I also love is kind of that inspiration. I've always loved fall. And, you know, having those sparks is just so exciting and so fun. And fall designs do that for me. Oh, do they? Oh, do they? Okay, and then the last part of this bracelet, or this strand of this bracelet, is going to be another round of our little super duos. So super easy, but just so pretty. I'm just loving it. Loving it. You know, for these bracelets I was thinking about, and what kind of inspired and what happened with them is I had designed which one? I had designed, no, not that one. Oh, it was this one. It just looked different. It was a little bit different. I had designed this one because I really wanted it to go with this kind of lightweight sweater that I have that's really good for fall, just really good for fall. And I was like, you know, what constitutes a fall bracelet? What constitutes fall jewelry? Does it have to have leaves in it? You know, does it have to have this? Does it have to have that? Because this I will think of as my fall bracelet, but not because it has leaves, because it doesn't have leaves, but because of that sweater, you know? And so that's what got me thinking about, you know, what makes up a fall design, and, you know, doing takes on different types of design for it. And so, like, the items that's to my left, those made me think of what my mom would wear for a fall design. You know, my mom has to be very careful with jewelry. She's very allergic to lots of metals, lots and lots of metals. And when I mean allergic, like, she breaks out big time. She is allergic. Now I'm not going to close this guy up. We're going to do this other strand just so we can make sure we're good on our sizes and our length and all that good stuff, and then we'll close it up. Okay. And then like this, it reminded me of something my grandma would wear. And it is so elegant and beautiful. I absolutely love what this is going to be. And then this one, I was thinking like, what would Molly want to wear? You know, Steve's daughter, teenager. What would she want to wear as a fall inspired piece? And so that's kind of where I went with all of this. That's what started all of that, you know. Okay, so for this strand, I'm going to come in here with, I have some little discs. These are Crazy Lace Agate. These are turquoise. I got these from a Facebook Marketplace bead haul. Now hold on. Let me see. Okay. It came in its original Fire Mountain package. And I was like, surely it's like a buy or something turquoise. But this is the way it reads. It just says bead turquoise. So it's dyed and stabilized, 16-inch strand rondelle, 7x3mm. Right? And so I'm like, oh, yeah, those are my specials. Those are specials. And so I've had these for, I'd say about 2.5 years. And look, this is like the first time I'm using them. Seriously. I had them in like my specials, which my specials I really don't use because I only have a few of them, or they're super special or something, you know. But anyways. All right, so this strand, we're going to start with this. We are going to bead cap these, and I have some antique bronze bead caps. I'm going to double up these bead caps, and I want to bring in this banded agate. Look at this banded agate. Is it not just incredible? And I only have a little bit of it. I only have a little. I only have like another maybe 6 or 7 beads, and so it's, look at that one right there. Oh my goodness, just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And so anyways, that's happening. And so I'm going to double up on the bead caps, and I want to do the 4mm that is that Casey gold on top of that antique bronze. Okay, and then we're going to pop him on. Okay, and on the other side, like, look at that. I love that combination. Oh, I love it. Okay, so on the other side, I'm just going to pop on, what color do I want to do? Let's do bronze. Yeah, let's do bronze. I have plenty. Okay, so I'm going to do the antique bronze 4mm, but I'm going to have that facing towards the bead. And then we're going to come in here with our little series. So I'm going to do this little turquoise bead here, this little Hishi rondelle, and then on the Crazy Lace, which is the center one, I'm going to bead cap both sides of that. And then I'm going to come in with one of these guys. Okay, and then for the other side, I'm going to do that bead cap that's 4mm antique bronze going away and towards our little agate here. Then we'll just do that same little topper. So I'm going to do antique bronze and that Casey gold color. So good. So good. Okay, so between these and these that I'm going to be pulling in, I think I'm just going to do one of, and actually, you know what? I may not. Yeah, I may not do that. Okay, let's pop this on. Let's see what we think here. So these are check glass, and I have them in like 3 or 4 different sizes. I got these from, I believe, Auntie's Beads last fall. Last fall. And so that's just going to be the little pop at the end of a series of our bead caps. So I'm going to have a bead cap going down over that. Okay, so it's going to be like this. And the 2 bead caps I'm going to be using are these, and these came from Beadbox Bargains website. I love them, and I love them together so much. So here I'm going to do this bigger one, okay, and so he has that little pop of that Casey light gold underneath of it. And I'm going to do another bead cap. Then I'm going to do one of these blues, right? and then another bead cap, another one of these guys. Love it. Love it. Okay, so on top here, I'm going to do just one of our 4mm here, like this. And then all I'm going to put in the center is one of these guys. And I'm going to be using these in a couple different bracelets, and these I had gotten from Beadbox bargains as well, and I loved them so much when I got them. I went ahead and ordered a second one, so I had 2 different orders with those in it, and you know, yeah, that had happened. It just is what it is. I do that all the time. I get something and I'm like, oh, I need to go get more right now. Okay, so then I'm just going to go back down the other side. Okay, but let's take a peek at where our length looks like at this point. Okay, so here is our other strand. Oh, is that not so cute? So cute. Okay, so actually, let me see. Okay, so hold on, because this should be about center. Okay, and I made a couple little bitty different design changes here, and it has affected that length. So hold on, let me put this on and this and see if that helps us any. And if not, I have an option. That puts him about center. Pretty close, pretty close. What if I grab a couple of these? These are those little Hubai turquoise, and these are from Beadbox Bargains website. So what if I pop one of them on top, and then I do one of these, and then I pop this on? Am I closer to center then? Yep. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Play with your beads, my friends. Play with your beads. Okay, so we're just going to go right down the other side. Okay, we'll pop this on. Then we're just going to go right back down that series. Okay, and I'll go pretty quick with this, just because we have a lot to do. A lot to do. It might have something also to do with me really wanting to get in that bead haul. Anyways, yeah, there's that. I want to see those beads. I've been itching to open them for almost a week. I got that first order and then it was followed up by the next one, so I was just kind of waiting to have them all together. Okay, and then we'll put one of these little check guys on. Okay, just like so, and then we're going to go right back down right here. Okay, so let's bring these in. So I will pop on one of them, one of our antique bronze. Oh, these banded agate are just to die for. Okay, and then I'm going to put one going towards that 8mm. Right? Pop this guy on. Then one going away that's going to go right up against both sides of that little crazy lace. I can put him back up here now. Then we'll put this other one on. Am I really one short? It appears that I am. Okay. So I'll pop him on the bottom. Put our other agate on. Seriously, I cannot help myself. I'm so sorry. Look at this. Like, oh. Okay. Pop him on, and then all I need is one of these guys. Now I did get out both different tones up here. I didn't know for sure which one I wanted to use. I know that my lobster claw, or my clamshell connector, is that antique bronze, but I was thinking it would look really cool with the pop of having that light rose gold. So let me get this stuff out of the way. And actually I have some more of these right there. That'll work. Then I have some more of these over here. That'll work. And then let me get out a couple crimp tubes. And then up here, I better put out a whole bunch more. Okay, so let's do some measuring and make sure we're good. I love that strand. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I'm not going to measure with the closure there, just that I know I've got the best estimate. A little bit shy of 4.5, just a little bit shy. Okay, so let me make sure he's all snug here. Yes, just shy of 4.5. Okay, this is great. A little excited. A little excited. Okay, so let's pop these on. Considering the changes I made kind of mid-making, that could have went another way. And we would have worked that out. Okay. So this isn't going to be going much of anywhere, right? Let's get that all snug down in there. Pull up as I kind of go down in there and cinch him down. Okay. Gorgeous strand. Gorgeous strand. Okay. There he goes. Oh, I'm just a slipping. Make sure he's closed up, down, way low. There we go. There's our 2 strands. Now, I am going to, let me get out some smaller jump rings, just because I want to jump ring each of these individually. And then we'll make those connections with one of these bigger jump rings, right? And then we'll have this, then we'll make that for our closure. Yeah, let me grab a couple little ones. Okay. I guess when I said little ones, I meant little ones. They were the first ones available and I grabbed them. But they'll give a little extra movement there without adding length, because we're going to have some length going on with that leather. Hopefully not too much. That's why I chose, instead of an oversized clamshell or an oversized lobster, I went ahead and went with this, because it'll absolutely close that just fine. It'll connect to that, I mean. Oh. These are the ones that kind of go out at the tips. I'm going to replace them with these. I actually think I'm going to get a second pair of these. I really, really like them for closing things up and also for holding on to things. Like when I'm holding on to do a wrap loop, oh, it just gets right in there. They're amazing. Amazing, amazing. And these are Xuron. I like them a whole bunch. They're my favorite of all Xuron pliers. Cutters are kind of a class of their own, and the ones that I like least from all of my Xuron are the round nose. Those are the ones I'm looking to replace very soon. They're just not as strong and durable, you know, as I need them to be. Last one here. And on my other ones, I think while I do the closure, I'll go ahead and like skip past that part just to save some time. So this video isn't super duper long. I think that is just absolutely gorgeous together. What do you guys think? I'm loving that. Loving it, loving it. So which one? Which one? I don't have any light gold ones in that. I think I'm just going to stick here with the antique bronze. Even though I love mixing it up, I think I'm going to stick with that just because it isn't the exact same tone, and so I'd rather not, you know, mix that up even more. So let's go ahead and put these strands together, and then we'll work on this little closure. So this one was inspired by one of my fall tops. Okay. And so sometimes, for example, fall inspiration, fall design inspiration, isn't really about the things of fall, you know. It's not about the trees or the leaves or the pumpkins or the colors, you know, in that way. It's about lots of things. And in this case, it's about a top that'll be perfect for a fall weather top that this will match so well with. And I like that. I like that. Okay, now I think on this side, I'm going to go ahead and connect this guy. And I may, nope, I'm not going to. Okay. And then the reason why I wanted to go ahead and do that is because I'm afraid that this is going to be too long, and I want this for me. And so we'll see if it ends up being a little bit short, then I'll add that other jump ring. Okay, so here we are here. So for this closure, I'm wanting just something little, but something that has, you know, kind of that pop. And so this is 1.5 millimeter leather cording. I got this from Lima Beads, and I got all different shades. They had a really good sale that day, and so they have good prices anyways. They really do, and great shipping. Oh, quick shipping. Anyways, this is cut to 8 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to do 2 overhand knots. That's it, 2 overhand knots. Okay, so I want this first knot to be up at the top. Okay, and you can either go ahead and connect your jump ring to this, or you can then connect it to the jump ring, right? I want this up top. And whenever I'm doing this, you see how I'm trying not to use my fingernails right here. I want to get it where I want it to be with just a little bitty loop here, little loop. And then from this point, I grab one tail and pull it, grab the other tail and pull it. It keeps me from wanting to dig my fingernails in like this, because that's going to end up marring, or it could end up marring that leather, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, and then I'm going to put a second little knot in here, and I want that second little knot to be like close, because where are we at here? Let me check. Let's see where we are right now with our lobster claw. We are at a little over 5.5. Okay, this for just one knot is almost 1/2 of an inch. Yeah. So you can either pop yours on now like I'm doing, or you can wait and you can just open that up and pop it on. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it on. And for me, this time, I want this knot to be super close up there. Super close. It's just gonna be like 2 little knots, right? But it's super cute whenever you have a little spacing there and then you dangle some fun stuff. Oh, I hope I was in view for you guys. Tap on it. You have lots and lots of possibilities with this. And all it is 2 little overhand knots. You can do little barrel knots. I'm not that good at barrel knots. And I think overhand knots are just cool. Okay, so I'm making these like super close to each other. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that up, and then I'm going to hold on to that knot, and I'm going to pull one and the other. Now, what this also opens up is you can, you know, cut this tail off like I'm about to do, or you can add a couple beads to it and do another knot. You can add a couple beads, and you can do a little bit of like GS hypo cement on there. You have lots of options, and options are fun. Fun. But I'm going to cut mine off. And I like my tail to be pretty short, because for some reason, if that tail's a little bit long for me, it kind of just bugs me. You know, it kind of bothers me a little bit. And so, all right, let's see where we are now with our size once I pop this on. So I'm going to open this up. And when I open this up, I'm going to go ahead and pop our little charm guy on. So all I did was I put a ball head pin through him, popped it up into a little wrap loop, and then at the bottom I just did a little wrap loop like that. Okay, and pop that guy on, like so. Oh, how cute, how fun. I love it. Oh gosh, that's gonna be perfect. Oh, so good. Look at that. And you see how when it does overlap a little bit, it's just right in that little crevice. That is so good. Oh, that is beautiful too, and it's real flowy. Lots of good movement. Lots of good movement. Okay, so let's close him up. Look at that. Bracelet number 1 on the books. On the books. Okay, so which one are we going to do for bracelet number 2? Let's go ahead and bring this one down. Okay, we'll bring this one down. I'm going to set this up here in the corner for just a minute until we get that other one done. Okay, so for this one, I have my 3 strands already cut. Okay, and for this soft flex, I am using soft flex medium in that bone color. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. So this one is very possibly my favorite. It is so elegant, so beautiful. I don't know how I pulled this one out, but oh boy, I'm really happy with what I did. Okay, so we're using stuff from the November bargain bead box. We're using stuff from recent purchases and some older purchases from beadboxbargains.com website. And let's see, just trying to get some of this stuff pulled down. Yeah, and some of it I just had in my stash too. Oh, and a couple things like these two things came from the gem show, you know. And then these are some of my Star Cut crystals, which are lantern beads. It does not take much for those, and they just like pop everything. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the colorway for this is that also it's kind of the antique bronzy colors with that same Casey gold, rose gold, right? And so we're doing 3 separate strands for this, and let's start with our focal strand. So I have this cut to 7 inches, okay? And this wasn't all of it. We're gonna toggle it. We have a couple dangles, okay? So what I am doing on the focal strand is, this is one of the purple adventurine that came in the November bargain bead box, and it goes so well with these bronzy purples, right? As soon as I saw this, I'm like, okay, I'm loving that for the kind of bronzy goldish purple, you know, feel. And I knew immediately that I had to use that in that way. And this is not the last time you're going to see one of these, because I am super excited. So with this on the focal, I'm wanting to pull these guys in. Okay, I'm wanting 2 on either side. But what I also want is some jump rings as spacers. Don't come at me. It's cool. It's cool. Watch. So I am going to put one of these on each side. Okay, and these are, I think, 5mm jump rings. So I put one on each side, and then I'm going to pop one of these discs and put one of them in between those discs. And let me put the other side, and then I'll show you. I was looking for a little bit of something in that center, but I didn't want to bead cap it. Could I have bead capped it? And can you bead cap it? Absolutely you can. I just didn't want to. I just wasn't feeling that. But oh, look at how that spacing happens. And tell me that doesn't just look cool. I think it is like game changer city. Love it. Love it, love it. So then I'm going to pull in a couple of our crimp tubes. These are number 1 crimp tubes. I get these from Beadbox Bargains website, and they are that light rose gold. Okay, but watch what happens with these. So these fit so perfectly up into the crevice of our little leaf. Looky there. They work beautifully, just beautifully. And these little leaves I did get from Beadbox Bargains website, and that was, I'm pretty sure it was last year that I got these leaves. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't that just fit and snuggle in there so perfect? I love when that happens. I do. So this is the center focal of our center strand for our 3-strand bracelet. Okay, so I do want to do a little bead cap on each end of these leaves, and so I'm going to pop one of those 4mm on, and this is also that Casey gold. Okay, so those are going to be popped on there. And then I'm going to come in with these. These I got from that gem show. Love these little 4mm guys. They are just good stuff. And these are going to be coming in with bicones. And these bicones, these Lucerna bicones, oh my. I'm pretty sure these came, what was it? I need to think on those. Yeah, I need to think on those. I don't remember for sure right off. Yeah, I don't remember for sure right off, but it might come to me, so I'll think on those. But I do want to bead cap the tips of those, so let me pop those right in, because those, so cute. Okay, so I'm going to bead cap both ends of that guy, and then I'm just going to pop another one of these on the other side. So that's what we're looking at so far. That's just so nice. So, so nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, and so now what I'm thinking is, let me actually get out because I didn't and I need to. Yep, one sec. Yeah, I was going to do some antique bronze on these with that Casey gold on top. So for our next beads, I'm wanting to come in with these, and these also came in the bargain bead box this month, the month of November. And then these I had in my stash. I don't know at all where I got these, okay, but I have like another 3 of these in this size. I have just a couple that's 10 millimeter, and I have a few of them that's 6 millimeter. They were all together in one of my little compartments, but I'm not sure at all where I got those at all, or these. But they all mesh so well, right? They mesh so well. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do is I'm going to double these bead caps on this bead. So I'm going to come in here with my 4 millimeter, and that's going to rest on top of my antique bronze here. And then I'm going to pop this on. See how it gives that contrast? Yeah, it kind of pulls your eye off this being so much brighter than the others, I think. You know, I think. So I'm going to pop a little 4 millimeter on the bottom of that. Okay, and then in between these, I want these. I love these little seed beads. Love them, love them. They're like that. I don't know where I got these either. That rose, that like dusty rose color that I love so much, with a tinge, just a little tinge of the purple. So good, so good. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in between. I'm going to do another one of just the small bead caps on one of these. Look at the luster on that. Gorgeous. Now look at those together. See how all those different tones just mesh into one another? I love that. Oh, I love it. That is happy, happy stuff. I don't care who you are, that is happy, happy stuff. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back and do the same thing. So I'm going to pop on another one of these 4 millimeters. Another one of our beautiful purples here. These are really good glass pearls as well. I really am liking them. Okay, and then we're just going to double up that bead cap on this side again. Then at the end, I'm going to pop on one of these guys. So it's going to brighten us back up. See how that brightens us back up there at the end? So, so good. So, so good. Now I better bead bug this. Okay. And so we're just going to go into this 3 series now here. So I'm going to do rose gold on top of the antique bronze with our beautiful bright glass pearl. One of those on the underneath. Some more being pulled down. One of our little seed beads in the middle. I would guess this would be a 9 or 10 seed bead. Okay, and then just one of the small ones here with that beautiful luster 8 millimeter. Pop on another one of those seed beads. Get prepped here for our last glass pearl. And then we're going to end that off with the antique bronze and that light rose gold on top, and one of our bright faceted beads. So here's strand number 1, and tell me that is not just stunning. Just absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. I could stare at that bad boy all day. Yeah, but let's not do that. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside just for right now. I'll use it to scooch some other things in. We'll grab one of the other supporting strands. And these two outer strands are not going to be, they're not going to be matchy-matchy with each other. Okay, I'm wanting all three strands to kind of flow back and forth into each other. I think it's just going to be grand. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to bring in these beautiful, beautiful star cut crystals or lantern beads. And in the very center, I'm going to do two of them with one of our little crimp tubes in the middle. Okay, and then here in a minute, we'll put it up against this one, and then we can talk about why I made that decision or why I chose to do it that way, right? So we're going to bring some of these down, and we're going to use those guys. So from here, I'm going to pop on one of these bead caps. These are the bead caps. I got these from beadboxbargains.com, and I ordered them like 4 different times because these were on closeout for like 75 cents a bag. And so every time I ordered, I grabbed a couple. So I have a whole bunch of them. That makes me happy. Okay, so we're just going to pop this guy on. And then I'm going to do a little crimp tube afterwards. And I'll go ahead and go down a couple more before I put it up against that strand. But tell me that's not just stunning. Look at that bling. That bling factor. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to bring a couple more of these down. And we're going to bring our melon beads. And look at these melon beads. I'm thinking these melon beads came from a past dollar bead box. I'm thinking so. Okay, so we're just going to be doing a kind of every other with our little crimp tubes. So I'm going to do a crimp bead with one of our little star cut crystals, and then a crimp bead. And then I'm going to put a little bit of a bead cap on one of our melon beads. And then I'm just going to come right back in with a crimp. Okay, and then I'm going to incorporate these guys. Those guys. These are that light rose gold, and these are beautiful little leaves. I got these from Beadbox Bargains site last year. I do believe they had some earlier this year. I don't know if they still have any or not, but I know they did. So I'm going to put on just one more crimp. I'm going to come right back in with this melon bead. Okay, so I'm going to bead cap. Bead cap, melon, bead cap, crimp. Okay, before I go down that line, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, that way we're just kind of working together on this. So I need one of our little star cut crystals. Okay, goodness, look at the bling. Oh, look at that bling. Okay, we're going to pop on that melon. Oh, he looks pretty scrunched up. I think I will omit the usage of him. Okay, so we'll grab a different one. Put this, pop on our leaf bead, another one of those, and then come back into the melon. Okay, and this is what we're looking at so far for the other strand. So nice, right? Love that, love that. So to put in perspective where we are on this strand, we're like that. See how it just settles into that nook? Yeah. Yeah, I love when I can do that. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Okay, so I have this on here, okay? I'm going to come in with a couple of these guys. Okay, and yeah. So I'm going to bring this guy in, and I'm going to go straight into our little Lucerna bicone. and I'm no longer going to do this little spacer. Okay, so I am going to bead cap that. Then I'm just going to pop one of those on the other side. Now I'm going to come in with one of these. I'm going to do one of our little star cut crystals. I'm going to do another one of our crimp tubes. And then I'm going to bring in some of these just for that little end, right? And so I just want 2 of them. So I'm going to pop this on with one of our crimps in the middle. And then I'm just going to put one more of our little star cut crystals on the end. Love it. Now, most likely I'll end up putting a crimp down here, but let's hang tight. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. So here's where we are. Right here. I'm just going to be doing that. Okay. So from here, oh, do I have another one of these guys? I don't want to go back and get one all to find it then. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Okay. I tell you. Okay. So I do have a crimp before this. Okay, but after this, I'm not going to do a crimp. I'm just going to come right into bead cap, Lucerne bicone bead cap. Our other little guy here. Then we're going to come back in here with our spacer, our little crimp tube. Then we're going to bring in these little crystals. Okay, so I'll do crystal, spacer. Then we'll do 2 of these guys with spacers in between. And then we need to end it with that little crystal. Now let me look at it and make sure I didn't mess anything up. Nope, it appears we're matching. Okay, let's look at our sizing. I'm pretty sure I had verified it should be about the same size. Yeah, same size. And look at those together. Is that not just stunning? Oh my, oh my. My, oh my. Okay, so now we're gonna do the last strand. Okay, the last strand's gonna be different. They're all different. Okay, I'm coming in here with some check glass. These are the gem cut rondelles. These did come from Dollar Beadbox. Those came from Dollar Beadbox, and they're gonna be our center. And in between them, our little jump rings are gonna make another fine appearance. Actually, I have some littler ones, don't I? They aren't all the same size. Yeah, I have some littler ones. Not you. You. Yeah. Right? Okay. So I'm only going to need 2 of those though. Okay. So these are going to be in the center. See how those just snuggle up perfect? I'm telling you, jump rings and crimp tubes. Leave it to me to figure it out. Oh, some of you are probably like, no, that's silly. That's not happening. To each their own. To each their own. For me, it works out, and I love the pop of that little crimp tube in there as a spacer. Oh, those little crimps are always so bright and shiny, and they're just little, and they're just, you know, standard. They're uniform. They're all about the same size, and it's just happiness for me. As well as that all together. Yeah, that's super, super cute. Super cute. Okay, so here's what I'm doing with the strand. So from here, I'm going to come in with some of these little check glass guys. Okay, and then I'm going to be pulling in these. And now is when I knew I needed some more of those little spacer beads, but I didn't think I needed them as soon as I had needed them. So yeah, I need more. So here we are. Oh, actually, no, I think I changed my mind. I'm not going to use those. Do I have Yeah, I have star cut crystals. That's what I'm going to use. I had changed that up on myself a couple times. Okay, from here, we'll pop this on. We'll put another little crimp on the other end. Okay, then we're going to go into this little series of 3. Okay, and I'm going to have this guy. And what this is this is like a topaz color. And then it has that purple fire polish, like, or purple electroplating on it. It's super cool. I've never seen anything like that. And when I saw that strand, I was like, yes, please, you need to be mine. And it was. It just was mine. Okay, on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do a little crimp tube, one of our little squared rice beads, and a crimp tube. Okay, so let's pop that on the other side. Okay, so squared rice bead. I guess I don't have to be down so low anymore, do I? I was all scrunched down here to begin with. Okay, and then a crimp on the other side of him. Then we're just going to pop in here with one of these, one of our crystals. Then spacer, squared rice bead, and spacer. Okay, so let's take a peek. You wanna? Okay. Here's the other side. And then the other side. Right? You see where I'm going? It's just so good. It's just so good. And I offset these leaves. It's just so good. It's so good. It is happiness. Happiness, happiness. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now we're going to bring some of these guys in. Okay. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I think so. I think so. We'll do these and then one of these guys. That'll be cool. Okay, so let's pop on 2 of these. Normally I work in 3s. But for some reason, 2s were speaking to me in a couple different areas during these bracelets, and so I went with it. It's not a typical thing for me. Typically, 2s just don't settle well with me. They don't feel right. I'm weird. Okay, and then the second one. Another little crimp tube. Okay. And let's see, I think I just want to end it maybe with one of these. Let's see. Yeah, I have 2 left. Let's do that. Okay, let's pull the other side out. Then we're almost done with this one. I like it. We have way more fun stuff also to do. That's good. Oh, I did 2 of those. There we go. That looks about right. Okay. So then down here, we're coming in with one of these. Crimp. Second one. Crimp. Leaf. Crimp. 2 more of these guys. Come in with this. Okay, now let's check our spacing with everything together. Oh, he looks short. Those are spot on. Yeah, this looks short. Let's try these. I'll do this and not a crimp at the end, and let's see what it looks like. And if it's still a little short, we'll add another crimp. to add a little bit more. So we'll put a crimp on there. You wouldn't think it would make that big of a difference, but it makes some difference. It makes some difference. Looky there. They match. Aren't those just divine? In love, in love, in love. Okay, let's close them up. I'm going to be right back. Okay, I'm going to close these up. Okay, I'm going to give my phone a second. I'm going to turn it off for a second and let it cool down a little bit. And then I'm going to come right back and we'll finish all of these. Yay! Okay, so I have closed these up. I went ahead and put a jump ring on the end of each of them. I have some dangles that I had already made up. And just one of those little star-cut crystals with one of those and just a couple of dangles. In my jump rings, I found one of my infinity hooks that I had made. So, hey, I might use it. I don't know. So, I'm going to jump ring all 3 of these jump rings to one jump ring, and then I'll connect it here. And it will be with one of those jump rings that I will incorporate these little dangles. Now, I do think I'm going to put on one of these dangles this little infinity hook just to bring it down a little bit more so that they're not directly the same size, right? So let's do that. And these, if you've never seen me make these before, they are so simple. I use my one-step looper and I do one loop, I flip it the other way and just do the other loop back to back, and it makes that perfect little guy. And so he's a little burst of happiness right there. I'll have to do that again. It's really good when I'm doing like a chain link necklace or a chain link like a beaded chain. That's when these come in. They're just so handy. They make those connections just so fluid and nice. Okay. So I have that. Okay, so then I'll pop on, I think. Yep, I thought I saw a smaller one. So we'll pop these on. I'll connect to the top of that little figure 8, that little infinity, and then just put that on. That way they hang like this. So good. Right. Just a little something there. Otherwise, I used to also do just like a couple little links of chain. That way they stayed offset from each other. I love rose gold. Okay. So let's pop this guy open. And we will do each of these connected. Okay. Then we'll check our size. If our size allows, I'll throw another jump ring on there. Just because I really like that extra jump ring with the toggle sometimes. Sometimes it's just really not needed. And not that I'm saying it's needed now, but just to give a little more, maybe a little extra fluidity there. So good though. That's just gorgeous. Oh my, it's gorgeous. Really proud of that design. Oops. Well, the reason why this is shaking is because Ross came inside and he decided to rub his face all up and down the side of my desk over there that has this connected. Goofy. Goofy little guy. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to do this again, make sure it's kind of laying the way it wants to lay here. Okay, and here I will pop on. Actually, I'm going to wait and I'm going to pop on one of these lower ones. I'll pop that on. That way it's not interfering with this toggle bar. silly, silly. Okay. Third time's charm. Let's do this. Take a look at how it's laying. Oh, that looks good. I'm holding him. You see, I'm holding him. He's held on to. There we go. Okay. Thing is when you have a toggle, you want to make sure that there's enough room to get that toggle up through there. So I'll test that. And then this guy, I may actually connect him to another jump ring. Let him have a nice, good dangle. I'll connect him just to one of those. Now, let's see our sizing. And then we'll decide from there if we add another jump ring, because I think I would really like, especially on the toggle side, maybe another jump ring. So let's see. There's an awful lot going on there with that one jump ring. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. Yeah, I would really like another jump ring. Let's see. Actually, I think I can do another jump ring. Oops, I was out. That is gorgeous. Is that not beautiful? Okay, let's add a jump ring to this toggle side. Just on this bar side. I'll hold on to him over here. Pop that off. Pop that on. And then I'm going to move my dangle to be in that center one. Okay. And I will put this here. Come here, little dangle. Oh, I bet it's loud. I had the fan on. Oh no. I hope you heard me through all that, you guys. It was getting pretty warm in here, and I thought my phone was getting a little warm. That's why, too, I wanted to do those closures, just to get a little bit of air on me and on my phone. Sorry, I forgot to turn that off. Wowza. Okay, so now I will put this on that center. Actually, let me do it on this side. I'll put it on that center one. See there? Now let's make sure we still fit okay. One sec. Oh, this is just beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is so beautiful. Look at that. Oh. In love. In love, in love, in love. Yep. See that toggle? It's going to pop in there just like right there. Oh, that's so good. Beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. So good. Look at that. Yeah. Bracelet number 2. Stunner. Bracelet number 1 and 2. This one's so thick and full, it makes this one look small. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one, and we'll save this bright, blingy, super, super fun one for the last one, okay? So hang tight, let me bring all this down real quick, okay? One sec. Okay, so here we are with bracelet number 3, and this has a real like antique-y, almost kind of beach vibe to it. Really like this one. This is going to be fun. So this is going to be a double strand. I'm using the Soft Flex, the bone color in medium. I have these two cut to about 7 inches, okay? And with these, it's not going to be necessarily like a supporting strand and a focal strand. It's just going to be 2 beautiful strands put together. So let's get on it. So what I'm starting out with, let's go ahead and start out with, let's go with these. So these guys and this one little melon bead, that's going to be the center of the start of the strand, okay? So I'm going to be putting on one of these little check glass guys. I've had these for a couple years now, but I did get them from beadboxbargains.com. And I'm going to bead cap that center one, okay? So on that center one, I'm going to come in here, get a little pop of silver in there, and then I'll pop this guy on. Now, what I'm going to be using as acting spacers primarily is these little beautiful 3mm beads. And these are that blue iris, like electroplated on one side, and they are just gorgeous little 3mm. Love them. Those are going to be our primary spacers for both of these strands, but then we're also going to be pulling in some of these here, these like champagne colored ones. Okay, so I'm going to pop on one of these little crystals. I like the little bit of bling that it pops throughout the entire bracelet. So I'm going to do a crystal, and then I'm going to pop on one of our little daisy spacers. These are the ones I get from beadboxbargains.com. Now I talk about it, I use a few different kinds, okay? These ones are the smaller, a little flat in the center, but they have little bumps on the edges there for the dots on those daisy spacers. And I really like those. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using on this one, as well as, let's come in here with some of these bead caps. Oh, it looks like I got a gunmetal in that. I don't think I want that. And I'm using the antique silver for these, okay, and I'll have these linked below. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, pop on one of these. So it almost looks as if that dotted spacer is kind of part of that bead cap in a way. And then I'm going to be pulling in, these are the blue tiger eye. These blue tiger eye, the 8mm ones here, I got from the KC Gem Show. The 6mm ones, I got some from KC Gem Show as well as Beadbox Bargains. They're identical, so I don't know which ones those came from, but that's that. So I'm going to pop one of those on. I'm going to also do that same bead cap on the other side, but I'm not going to do one of the daisy spacers on this other side. Instead, I'm going to pop on a few of these. And I love these. These are part of my curated collection with that blue lace agate. Really like them. And actually, maybe I want a little bead cap on those. Let's do that. Let's do a little 4mm bead cap to start those. That'll be fun. I'm going to put some of those on as kind of that acting center bead, right? And not all of them will match as far as the thickness, because I'm just putting some on there, but that's about the thickness that I'm looking for. And I think that does look cool with that bead cap. So pop that other side of the bead cap on. Yeah, see how that goes? I like that. Okay, and then on the other side, I'm going to put one of those bead caps on and another 8mm. On the other side of the 8mm though, when I do this one, I'm going to also put a little daisy spacer just to give that little accentuation. Then I'm going to come back in with one of our little crystals. Okay, so that's going down that one side. Let's knock the same thing out on this other side. Okay, so from here, I'm going to come in with one of the crystals. And a daisy spacer. Bead cap. For our 8mm. And I think this blue tiger is just like one of my favorites. Look at that beauty that happens in there. Just so good. So good. So we'll bead cap that other side. Pop on a little 4mm bead cap for our shell he-she's. Then we'll pop some of those on. Yeah, looks about good. And then for these crystals, actually, I'm going to put them over here. I like having my crystals on my right side so that I'm not constantly reaching across to where you can't see what's going on. So, you know, there's that. Okay, I'm going to put my other 8mm on, bead cap it. Then I'll do that daisy spacer and one of our blue iris electroplated faceted crystals. Okay, so from here, this is that center area. Isn't that just cool? I really like it. I really like it. I'm kind of wishing I would have bead capped the end of these two guys, but they're good. They're good. I'm going to bring in these little drop beads, and these are just so much fun, right? Because they act kind of like those little, like other drops those brios do with the up, down, and I'm going to put 3 of them on there. These came from Beadbox Bargains. I've had them for a little bit. I don't have very many of them, and so when I'm using them with this, it really means something because I've been saving these bad boys. Okay, and so see, whenever it snugs, see how that works. So cute. Love it. I'm going to put another crystal on the other side of it. Okay, and from here, I'm going to go into some leaves. Look at these leaf beads. Oh, they're so pretty and elegant. I just love them. I love them. So we're going to pop 2 on each of these ends, and I think I want to bead cap maybe the tip of it, you know? So then, let's see. Might add a little pop to it, you know? Yeah, I like that. That'll work. That will work. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with one of these. Now look at these little lavas. I love these because they have like an electroplating on them. So fun. These came from Beadbox Bargains too. They were in a box 1 month, and then they had some extras, and I just really liked them. I was just a big fan. I do think I want to bead cap those though too. Do I want to do one of the little ones? I think I do. Kind of give some elegance to a lava stone. Yep, I do. Yep, I sure do. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so let's just come right back in with the one going away. We're going to put another leaf here. So for this strand, the leaves are going to be at the end. Okay, then we'll bead cap that one. Yeah, let's pop a little crystal on at the end. Let's do that. Now let's finish out and do the same thing on this other end, on this other side, but let me go ahead and bead bug this. Let's be smart. Okay, so then from here, I'm coming in with my little drops. Do one of these on the other side. Then let's bring in these guys. And some baby bead caps. Okay, and we'll come right back in with another one. We'll pop on one of our little lava rocks, or lava stones. We'll do that same back to back. We'll bring in this other guy, bead cap it. Yep, I need to pop that hole. Let's see. ball head pin. There it goes. Okay, and then we'll do one of those at the end. Looky at this strand. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, so let's do that second strand. This will come in here. And for this strand, I want these two to be center with another one of our little lavas, and I need some more 3mm bead caps. I'd say that should be enough. And that was just a little anti-tarnish strip that I had on there. Now this guy looks like he's got a pretty broken piece on him. So let's get one that's more round since it's going to be that focal. Okay, so let's start there. We'll pop on bead cap going away. Our little lava stone here. Come on, little guy. Okay. All right, and then we'll come right back into another bead cap, and we will do, I think I want the bottom to come in. Yeah, just that bottom. Bead cap both sides of that leaf. Then we'll come right in here on this other one, do the same. Look at that pop. Super good. So this is when these kind of come into play, is in this strand. Okay, so it's still going to be like a spacer, you know, acting as a spacer, but we're going to do that champagne color. So that champagne color with the blue iris in the middle of this 3 bead series. Okay, so we're going to get lots of bling happening. See how that bling just really pops in. Really good stuff. Okay, so then we'll do the 3 on the other side. Okay, now I want to bring these guys in. I've had these for some time. I love them. I love them. I think these ones I had gotten from Zavanta Beads in Overland Park, Kansas last year. Aren't those so cool? We got some blue ones from Beadbox Bargains that are like that, but this color was just, yeah, just good stuff. And they're really flat. See how flat they are? Okay, so I'm going to pop that on each side. And then we're going to come right in here with the same little series. So we'll do that, pardon me, we'll do that champagne. Blue iris and champagne. Okay, and then what I'm wanting to do is a little offset. So here we have the blue tiger eye with those he she shells in the middle. With this one and the smaller beads, the 6mm, I want to do these he she shells with one of those tiger eye in the middle. Okay, so I'm kind of offsetting that a little bit. And so I do really like that bead cap situation with those he she's, so that's going to happen. So we'll pop on a bead cap. Get some of these on here. Yeah, I think that's good on the size. We'll close that up here with a bead cap, and let's pop in one of our daisy spacers. Okay. Now, I was trying to think of if I wanted to bead cap this or not, but I think I'm gonna. I just like it. Okay, so let's bead cap him. And we'll see if we don't like it then with that daisy spacer too, then we'll take it out. But I think that gives that little extra pop to the bead. So let's see. Let's get some more shells on here. Yeah, it's a pretty good size. Yeah, I think I do like that. Yeah. Okay, let's bring in these guys from here. I'll go ahead and go to the end of this, and then we'll finish out the other end of the other one. Okay, so from here, I don't think I want a spacer. I think I want to come straight into another bead cap. And I am going to bead cap both sides of this guy. And then let's do the blue iris. And then on this one, let's do these drop beads at the end. Okay, so we'll put 3 of those on there. And then we'll take a peek at our offset before we finish out this other side of the strand. The strand's other side. I don't know. You know what I mean, right? Okay, so let's take a peek at these together. Okay, where am I at? Where am I at? Okay, here's the center. See that offset? Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm really liking this, especially. Okay, so let's do this other side. Okay, so from here, we're going into our shells. So let's bring a couple down here. Oh, let's put a bead cap on it. Then we'll pop on those shells. Maybe one more. Ooh, that has some stripy going on it. Yeah, that's fun. Ooh, I don't know about that divot in that one. Let's grab this dark guy to go in the center. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so then we will come in here with this, put on one of our daisy spacers, come back in with a bead cap that I'm going to bring over here. Bring that down a little. Okay, so then we're going to bead cap our little tiger eye. So nice, so nice. Get us a little daisy spacer on there. Then we'll bead cap for that last little series of he-she's. Yeah, that'll do. Bead cap the end of that. That'll be okay. And then we'll just come right back into another bead cap. And we'll do that for this guy. He's kind of the acting separator there, you know. Then we'll just do a little crystal on each side of our drop beads. Ooh, this one's kind of going to the line here. Hi. Okay, so let's bring this down. Let's check our sizing. And you know, it's hard to get that considering there's a difference in how long those are. Actually, that's pretty darn close. That's pretty close. Okay, let's measure these. Considering those he-she's kind of change it up because it can, you know, they're different thicknesses and really kind of don't know what you're going to get each time, even though you're looking and you're eyeballing it, trying to get a certain specific. Okay, let's put these up. Okay, I'll separate those here in just a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Six plus an end bead. 6 plus 2 end beads. What if on this strand we don't do those? Okay. And instead of doing those, we come in here with one of these. And then just a little crystal. Let's see what that difference would be. So let's come in here. Woohoo. Crystal. Okay, so we'll do another bead cap. We'll do the lava. Bead cap. And crystal. Okay, so we're looking for 6 plus a crystal bead. Ooh, that's right at 6. Oi, oi. I think a crystal bead difference isn't too shabby. So, because if I end up putting on another crystal bead on this, then it's going to be longer than this. I think we're going to end up going like bing, 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 bing. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with it. One crystal bead difference is a 3 to 4 millimeter difference, and I can handle that. Okay, I'm going to close these up, you guys. I'm going to close these up, put a jump ring on the end of each of them, and we'll be right back. All right, so here we are with this, and I'm not trying to take away from the beauty of this by having all of this right here, but I figured I may as well get these together so we can go right into it, right? But look at this, just absolutely beautiful. Just so good. So I did put jump rings at the end here. I had 2 different toggles out because I didn't know on the length which one I would be looking for, but it's definitely the little one that I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to jump ring our jump rings to this one, and then we will toggle it. Okay, so I'll grab 1 and then 2. And then, I just don't know because it's got some length on it. So for now, I'm not going to add that extra jump ring because Amy's bad about just wanting to add all the beads. I do though. I just love adding all the beads. Let's do it this way. I want it to come on in that way because that's the way it naturally wanted to lay. Okay. And this has a nice long neck on it, so that's good. Okay. So let's see how this one's looking. Ooh, that feels good on. Is it going to be a little bit long? Make sure we can get that through there, okay? And we can get it through just fine. Oh no, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Oh, that's a stunner. Yeah, I like that. I like that. See, these kind of bring in the edges of this. And then you have that pretty, pretty, pretty bling of those little baby crystals. Bracelet 3 is done. Now, now, my friends, we are going to go out with a bang with this. So this was the bracelet I was trying to think of when I was thinking of different types of fall inspired bracelets for different types of people. You know, what are they looking for? What constitutes a fall inspired bracelet? And I was thinking about Molly. You know, she's a teenager, and what would, you know, I'm thinking about me, and I'm thinking about mom and all that. I'm thinking, you know, as a teenager, what would she look for in a fall inspired bracelet? And I just decided to go fun with it. I'm still thinking of fuchsia, of course, from Homecoming, and so I just went fun with it. Okay, this is going to be a double strand. It is going to be packed with beauty, and it's going to be gorgeous. Okay, it's not going to be overdone, I don't think. I think it's just going to be gorgeous. So let's get into it. So what I'm using for this one is Soft Flex medium in turquoise color. Thought that would be a nice little pop in there, especially with our clear beads, right? Okay, so let's start with this focal strand. This one definitely has a focal strand, and these are some of those gorgeous agate that I got from the KC Gem Show. And look at these. Are they not just gorgeous? I love that pop, that banding, that faceting. I think they are just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I wanted to accentuate that, and so here's how I'm going to do it. Okay, so let's have this one be our center guy. So with him being our center guy, I am going to put a bead cap on both sides. But then I'm doing it again. Jump rings. Wait for it. Watch. Just watch and see. I can like hear you laughing at me, going, Amy. Just watch and see. Watch and see. Okay, so that's going to be on there. I'm going to put another bead cap on both of these. That's going to be right next to it. Okay. Let's come to the other side. I'm going to leave it loose just so that you can get the kind of ooh and ah factor of it. I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. Come on, I'm getting too excited now. Okay, ready? Watch whenever they go together. Right? Ah, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so on the other side, on the end ones, I'm also going to use our jump rings. Okay, and there's a couple of them that's still a little offset. So here's what I do. I just go through and I grab them and give them a little squeeze. Okay. That one was already good and squeezed. Okay. So from here, I am going to go in with one of these little jump rings on the end of each of these. Okay. And then what we're going to do, because you see how those are going to also give that pop there. Okay. So then from that point, let's move this over, and I don't need these anymore. Okay, I'm going to go into some stacking, and what I'm going to be stacking with is these bead caps. So these are the Preciosa bead caps I get from Fire Mountain. These are the Vitril, and I'll have those linked below. Okay, and then this is the Peridot, and so I'm wanting to stack those. All right, so I'm going to come in here with a bead cap. So I have my little 3mm bead caps. These are from Fire Mountain. So I'm going to come in with the bead cap, and then I'm going to pop this guy on. Now look at that end. I know, I told you. I told you, it's so good. Okay. So then another bead cap. And then now we're going to pop on the green because we're stacking them. Okay, so you have that gold that kind of flecks in through there too, and it's just great. Okay, and then we'll do another bead cap, and we'll do another vitriol. And that is just a stunner right outside of this. Just so good. Okay, so with this one, I am going to do another bead cap that's going to be on the inside of that, but I'm also going to pop in a daisy spacer. Okay, just to give that extra little pop that's right outside of it. Okay. And then we're going to come in with some melon beads. So I have some melon beads here. I have some that is black with that fuchsia, and then I have just a couple, and literally this is all I have of these, that is clear with that fuchsia lining. And then I have these little discs that are also that same peridot color. Okay, so let's go ahead and do these bead caps on this other side of the focal, and then we'll just work down one side from that point. Okay, so let's pop on one of these. We'll do that vitriol, another one of these, and the peridot. And then one more, and vitriol. Okay, and then I'm putting that little bead cap on the inside. Just one. And then I'm also doing a daisy spacer. Just like so. Look at that focal. Yeah, that's like total happiness. That is so much fun. So much fun. Okay, so we're going to go into these melon beads. So I do want to also bead cap the melon beads, okay? And on these melon beads, I'm looking for kind of every other situation. So I'm going to start with the black and have that in the center, and then we'll have those little pops of color that go along with it. So from here, I'm going to do another bead cap, okay? And I'm going to pop on this black. Bead cap the other side of it. And then I do believe I'm going to bead cap that too. This is going to be all full of pop. Just pop and fun and happy stuff. Yeah, looky there. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with another bead cap. And I'm going to do this clear one, the fuchsia. And hey, let's have another bead cap. Do another green, and then one more set of bead caps, and we're coming right back in with that black. I'm not messing around with this one, am I? That's good stuff though. That is just real good stuff. Now, we're going to do this on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to come in here with the daisy spacer. And then I'm going to also have that bead cap behind that daisy spacer. It's going to be the inside of this vitriol bead. Okay, another one of those bead caps. Peridot. One more. Oops, wrong way. Oh, I have some friends right here. We'll do that vitriol. Now we do want one that's on the back side of it. And I believe the only thing we're doing from this point on this strand is adding a pop of fuchsia at the end to say, hey, just in case you didn't know I was here. That is so good. Okay, so let me bead bug that and knock out this other side. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we're going to do another one of our bead caps. And we're coming here with the black bead. Come right back in. that green spacer bead. Coming right back in with the clear. And then coming back with another green. And then one more time with that final melon bead. Oof, I'm glad I remembered this one. Wowza, wowza. Okay, and then we're just going to finish out with that last little series. Okay, there it is. Okay, so from here we're going to go ahead and add that spacer, that daisy spacer, and then we do want that bead cap going towards the baby spacer. And we're coming right in here with the vitriol, bead cap, peridot, bead cap, vitriol, bead cap for the end of that guy, and a fuchsia just in case we didn't have enough brightness. This is our focal strand. Look at that. Oh my, oh my. That's a lotta, but you know, you can add happiness to that. It's a lot of happiness. That is good stuff. Love that. Okay, so the supporting strand, this is going to go quick. This is going to go real quick. So these beautiful leaves, yes, absolutely. Beadboxbargains.com, love them. These also, beadboxbargains.com. These are little 4mm. They go so well with that. I have some little spacers here that have the fastening on the end, so it's that bright gold with the fastening at the end. I have some of my little clear 6mm clear disc spacers. I have lots of these and these. So we've talked about these. These I get from Hobby Lobby, both of them. And they're going to be a really good combination of spacer for this. Really good combo. So let's dig into it. Our center is going to be this guy with him in the middle and this guy on the other side. Okay? Easy as that. So I need to bring in, I need more bead caps. Okay, so let's get some more of those out. Ooh, and maybe with these, because I'm getting real low on these gold ones. Real low. And I don't have spares. I don't have any more of these gold. What I have in this container is all I have. I have extras of the silver, not of the gold. So let's just swap these out and let's utilize these. Because these are a little bit bigger than the other strand, so it's more doable. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go bead cap facing away. Okay, and with that bead cap facing away, I'm going to do a disc. I'm going to do a rainbow spacer. I'm going to do bead cap facing away because each of these are going to be series of 3s, and that center one is going to have a bead cap on both sides. Okay, so bead cap on both sides of that. Another one of these rainbow spacers, and then finally our last disc with that. Now from here, I'm going to go in with one of these between it, then another one on the other side. Okay, so that's going to be our little kind of spacer series. It's going to look like that. Okay, so let's knock that out on the other side real quick. Okay, so we're going to have bead cap going away, disc, spacer, bead cap again going away, disc, bead cap for the other side. Oh, I have my fan on again. Daggone it. You guys, I hope you've been able to hear me all this time. I am so sorry. I am so sorry if you couldn't hear me well. Darn it. It is so hot under these lights, though. It is so different. These lights are so warm. I'm just like sweating. Okay, and so we'll do this other one, and then we do that series. So we're going to do this one, and that guy, and then this guy on the other side. So now we're all caught up. There's our center and our two little sections on each side. Okay, and so these are what's going to be on this, right? So they needed to be thin, even though it's all pretty much going to be thin. But what we're then coming in with is some of our leaves. Okay, so we're going to pop on 3 leaves, and in between each of those leaves, I have a little spacer. Okay. Then we're going to just do the spacer, little 3mm bead and spacer series again, like so. Okay, and then this will end up being like this, which is so cool, right? I'm going to go ahead actually and work all the way down this side because it's going to go really quick. So from here, we're just essentially doing half of what this is. We're doing 3 of these and then this little series. Okay, so I'm going to do a bead cap going away, little disc, spacer, bead cap going away, disc, bead cap, spacer, disc, bead cap. Okay, so then from here, all we're going to be doing is popping on one of these guys, one of these guys, one of these guys. Okay, let's put one of these at the end. We'll see if it ends up being too long, but I want one of these guys at the end. It just seems right. Okay, so let's knock out the other side on what we're doing there. So we're coming right in with 3 of these. Little spacer in between. Okay, and we'll do that same little series here. Come on, little guy. There you go. Okay, and another one of those. Okay, now, here we go. Am I missing one of those? Last time, every time it's been here, and I just didn't see it. I don't see it. Okay, let me grab one. I'm waiting for it now that I have that one to just come popping out like, hey. Okay, so let's do that little series. So we have a bead cap, disc, spacer, bead cap going away, spacer, bead cap on the other side, spacer, bead, or I think I set that off. Anyways, you know what I meant, okay? Disc, bead cap, and we're doing that series. Actually, no, we're not doing that series. We're doing this series. One of these, one of these, one of these, and we'll pop on one of these guys. I've been super excited to see this like full on, fully come together. Of course, it's the very last bead. It's like, nana poo poo. Oh my. There you go, buddy. Okay, let's check our spacing. So we do want to put these the way that they're probably going to be. Okay. Oh, he's kind of funky. I think he'll stay on okay. Let's flop that then. Not that it's going to stay like that by any means. I mean, come on. But okay, let me get some stuff out of the way over here. That way we can close him up and call it good. So it is now, because I ended up working late tonight, so I didn't end up getting to record this on my lunch break like I had hoped, because I just hung out with Squirt. And so hung out with Squirt, we had a good old time. And then I got off work a little bit late. So right now it is, what time is it? It's after 9 p.m. So this is not going to get released tonight. It will most likely be Tuesday morning. It will be Tuesday morning. Okay, let's look at our sizing here. Let me bring these down just so I can get it better. Oh, I still have a little bit of room down here. I can do something. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's add a fuchsia. And then let's do one of these. Possibly just because they're so easy to put on. Okay, so let's do a fuchsia. And let's do an end out spacer. And now let's take a peek. That looks pretty close to me, don't you think? Okay, let's see what that size is. Five and 3/4. 5 3/4. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this ended out. Oh, I did. I've got one of those we could pop on. And look, these I'll link below as well. These I got from Amazon. They had all sorts of little toggles with them. They also had some lobster claw clasps, and so I ordered those as well. They were separate, but I did order both of them. So yeah, I'll have them linked. Okay, and let's close this baby up. So fun. Way to go out with a bang. I like going out with a bang, and this is it. This is it. You guys will have to let me know what you think about this last bracelet, and let me know which one's your favorite. Let me know. I love that. I love that. So this one, out of the multi-strand fall-inspired bracelet tutorials, this one is for the elegant. And then the next one I'm doing is for rustic. And I don't know. I don't know if I like elegant more than the rustic or if they're about the same, but oh yeah, I'm real excited. Super duper. I need more of those clamshell connections. Clamshell closures. I don't know what I was thinking. I got out 3. I don't know. Look at this. You guys, look at that. So good. So good, so good, so good. So good, so good. Make sure it's got movement though. Oh, Amy. Slippage. There we go. All right. Oh. I might get out one of those clear AB leaves as well, too. That'll be fun with this. Oh, this is just so good. I'm just pretty darn proud of myself on this one. I am on a couple of these that was with this. I think I did really good. I'm ridiculous. It's been a long day. But I'm so happy to end it like this. And then while I edit, well, not while I edit, because Squirt does not like me on the computer while he is out. He's not a fan of that. Nope. He thinks it's just silly, and he doesn't like that he can hear me coming out of the computer, because then he just, like, he goes at the computer like, I mean, I can just tell by looking at him, he thinks like he's going, hey, why are you in there? You know? So silly. But I need more. Oh, wait, here's one more clamshell. Okay, I've got them all. Deal, deal, deal. We'll see. Maybe I'll record a little bit of him tonight and add that to the end of this video. Or maybe I'll try to get some of the kitty cats. The kitty cats really just do their own thing. I mean, you know, they'll come over. Like Achilles likes to be in my lap half the time I work, you know, but him and, oh man, I could do a video of him and Squirt together because, oh boy, Squirt taunts him. And Achilles just, you know, he wants to be a smart little kitty cat. He's just not the smartest of all little kitty cats, you know. That sounds awful. He's so stinking cute, but he's the baby. He's just a baby kitty cat. And Squirt outsmarts him constantly, and it's hilarious. It is hilarious. Look at that we've got going on. Yeah. Okay, so let's pop these on. And then knock this out. Actually, what I should post a video on is the rope system that now goes across the top of the living room, bolted into the walls, into studs in the walls. Because hey, whenever, you know, what Steve says is, hey, whenever Squirt isn't here anymore, what is it? It's patching a hole. Look at all the happiness that he can get out of it, and all the pleasure that we can see him up there doing it out of it, you know, in the meantime. And so, yeah, it's pretty stinking cool. But it is something. It is something. Bet you never seen one before. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. So stay tuned till the end, okay? Stay tuned till the end and I'll show you. I say stay tuned till the end. Stay tuned for like 1 more minute, because we are just about done with this. Love, love. Okay, so let's connect these together to our toggle. These are so much fun. Oh my, they are just so much fun. Cute. And then for this guy, let's go ahead and add a jump ring to him. Okay, that way we just have that rainbow action going on and quite a bit of movement. And we will come right down here. How about we add him here and connect these two together down here as well? What do you think? Think he'll still have movement? Oh my. Let's try it this way. It's this weird angle. I'm trying to do it so that you guys can see. Okay, there we go. Now we'll pop this guy on this end. There we go. So cute. Okay, let's see how we are on size. Haha. Isn't that cool looking? So cool. Okay. Oh, my friends, thank you so much for hanging here with me. It's been a little bit, right? It's been a little bit. We hung out for a little bit tonight. And it's been a little bit since we've hung out for a little bit. So I am just so happy to do this. I am thrilled about these bracelets. I love them, and stay tuned because the rustic ones are going to be coming, and those are going to be just absolutely stunning as well in their own right and in their own way. So like, share, comment, all those good things. I'm so thankful you guys are here with me, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Until next time, bye for now. Goes almost to the ceiling. Then up there, he goes up there. That's the skylight. And he hangs out up there. And then we have a rope system that goes all the way back here. And then goes all the way over there with the landing. And it goes all the way back over here. Hi, that baby. Hi, honey boy. Is that my baby? I see him. I see the kitty cat. I see him. I know. I know. You want me to tell him to go away? I will if you want me to. You were the one playing with him. What do you want me to do? hammock that's right there. He likes it. Yeah. He's okay. He's okay, love. You come over here above Mama. Come on, you come over here above Mama. You come right up here. Look up here. Come right above me. You see his wheel in there? It's a big wheel. So all the curtains, it's blinds for like when people go hunting. It's so that he can feel like whenever he's in there that he is in his own little home. He can feel secure. Here he comes. Come to Mama. Come to Mama. Come on, come to Mama. Are you gonna play with Achilles? Hmm? What are you gonna do? Hmm? Hmm? Hi there, bug. So you can tell Achilles did not have his claws out. Oof. How about that? Hmm? Is your tail tingling?